I've put in an initial entry wrapped around this bar for the euro against US dollar today. So we're looking for a short. I'm looking for this to break to the downside. If this doesn't trigger in the next bar on the 8 to 9 a.m. And it breaks high and it breaks this up to the upside, then I'll cancel that order and we'll reassess. However, at this time, this is what is relevant. So I've got an order in the market to go short. 10546 is the entry short. The stop loss is on the high of this particular range that's been created so far. 10571 is my stop at this time. And the target 10481, so you can see further lower just here.
Dollar Swiss, yes, we have a trigger at the moment. I guess you all should be in. And Euro Dollar, yes, we have a trigger on that on the short side as well.
We're pulling open the Euro Dollar, which is making its way down to its target quite nicely here. So we're currently 35 pips away from our trade. From our target on the euro dollar. So if you'd like us to let you know how we're managing these trades for the rest of the day, then you can just drop us a message with your email address and I'll see to it that one of the team just keeps you in the loop with how that's all happening. Okay, so we can see the euro dollar is proceeding towards its target. Let's switch over to dollar Swiss, and the dollar Swiss is doing something similar as well. Let's go ahead and plot on, because I don't have the levels for the dollar Swiss on my chart. However, the target I believe is 1.0229. 1.0229 is the target. That's here. So that's our target there on the dollar against the Swiss franc. That's also broken. You can see the previous 1 hour swing highs as well. And yes, that's very close to hitting its target now. Okay, so it's fantastic, fantastically done, these trades. Not because they're in open profit, which really means nothing at this stage, to be honest, because we've seen so many thousands and thousands of examples in the forex market of trades that we've taken. Some will just continue to run and rally up towards their target. Some can turn around with a split second's notice and move back against us. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the nature of the beast. So we just follow the plan concisely and exactly. We hold the discipline, and that's how we execute these opportunities. And what you've seen over the last 2 days is, on the first day, us taking some losses, and then on the second day, us with some open winners as we close this session. Now, we'll be happy to tell you how we manage these trade opportunities, but the way that they're looking, we've got some potential to the upside here, so they may very well reach their targets.
A review of yesterday's positions. Just to have a show of hands, how many of you did take the trades yesterday, or did follow the trades yesterday? Yeah, a couple of you, and into the day as well, I guess. I think some of you have already been added to our WhatsApp group as well. Okay, yeah, I took both. Brilliant. Right, now let me go through these positions. Now, first of all, you must understand. Okay. Great. So, can all of you see this very quickly, just to make sure that you all can see this journal that we have logged down all the trades we've been taking in live trading week? Yeah, so that's good. I can see that most of you can see this. Okay, great. Now, you must first understand that on the first day, however, we did take 3 positions. Yeah, and I think all of you will be aware of that because we took it live in front of you. And most of you have been following it and recording it as well. You all would have observed that the first 3 positions that we took on the first day of the live trading week were all losses. Okay, that was a bit of a loss cluster, but we kept the losses as much as small as we can, from our initial stop loss being really tight, and also from our stop loss management as well. So overall, we lost about 55 pips just on the first day out of 3 currency pairs. But do remember, when you get a loss cluster like that immediately, sometimes for most traders what will happen is they will have the fear and doubt in their strategy. The only one that can help you overcome that is basically from having conviction in your stats. And the one main stance that you do need to have is your maximum drawdown figure. And the second thing that you do need is your mind to forget about the past, because that's what we're talking about fear yesterday. Fear can only come from the past and the future, and therefore you got to train your mind to be in the present moment. Okay, present moment. So that's when we know, because of the stats that we have, and I'll be showing you lots of this later on today. Once you know all your stats and everything, then we can then keep the mind in the present moment and move forward with conviction. That's why, I mean, we're not really bothered about the drawdown in the first day. The second day, which was yesterday, on cable, we didn't have a position to take. We had to let it go, even though it went further down later on, but it was not in line with our bias, and we're looking for cumulative trade profits finally for the model to generate and push the equity curve higher. So it didn't fit what we're looking for. We let the trade pass. And however, the 2 other trades for dollar Swiss and euro dollar did fit the criteria, and we did place them at 10170 and 10546. If you were to look back at the charts in terms of dollar Swiss and euro dollar, we did enter it at the bottom part of the cycle as much as we could, literally almost the bottom. Okay, we entered it around for this bar here, right? Okay, that's what we did. And then also for euro dollar, pretty much similar as well. For yesterday, what we were doing is we were entering on the high part of the cycle before the move started to happen, because the logic and the edge is very strong, and I'll show you how we build the edge actually later on. That'll be a very good learning lesson for you all. I think most of this and these concepts and everything we cover in Traders Basecamp, so that's why, I mean, for most people I think it should be very obvious by now is that these concepts are definitely not basic. So Traders Basecamp is really an intermediate or advanced workshop really, but we do also have the basics over there, and we got the to support the beginners. But of course we'll be discussing more in detail of this kind of concepts in a real life environment, face to face. Really good value over there. Right, okay, now that's what we did yesterday, and you can see from the tracking that we have over here, because we're entering so far high up in the cycle, you can imagine and appreciate that when we capture the move, we will get high profits as well. And that's what is the beauty of the model that we have created here, because when we capture those big moves, it easily eradicates the small losses that we took from before and pushes it into positive equity mode. Okay, so that's why very critically today I'll talk about the 3 components that is essential for building a trading system, or a trading methodology if you may call it.